Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Welcome to Vesta Angels Tarot, INC. I hope everybody is doing well right now. I didn't put a title on for today's reading yet. So after the reading is over, I will go back and edit it. But let me see. There's a couple of things I want to point out real quick. I did a reading the other day called The Tower Moments or The Towers. And it had the reading because of two tower cards that came out. And in that particular reading, I kept talking about flood of emotions and be very careful of your weather in your city and state and your country, right? So I was looking on my YouTube feed, searching for videos and stuff that I wanted to watch. And this happened 3 days ago where that 60,000 people are missing in China after a massive flood. And if you were live with me on that reading, I kept going over and over and over about, floods, pay attention to your weather and things like that. I'm not quite sure of the date, but I will put this in my community tab. I'm not sponsored by Planet News. But it was streamed about 3 days ago. Mm-hmm. The tower moments are near. Okay. So, the other thing I want to point out is it's almost close to the time that I took a long break from YouTube, starting around in September. Around September the 20th, actually, was about the last time that I was on YouTube, and I came back around March or about March, April. I came back to YouTube since September of last year. And the last video that I did in September was about the Gabby Petito reading. And I went back in my playlist and I watched that video again because it's coming up on her 1-year anniversary of her passing, of her killing. And I want to reiterate again that when I get on this altar and that the messages that I get be real from me and it be real coming to you. I don't know how I'm able to do it. Don't really care to know how I do it, but I know it is a gift in some type of way. But when I did that Gabby Petito reading, it had just flashed on my YouTube feed that, hey, Life Path Oracle, the Gabby Petito, when I seen the newscast, I assumed by watching the newscast and they reported her missing that they already felt that the young girl was passed away. Okay, and if you do remember, thank you, Life Path. And some of you go back long stable subscribers. As I was doing the readings live, and y'all know I mostly do live readings. Year before last, I did a lot more uploads, but now I go mostly live. And I was live on that day I did the reading. So, and when I got to my altar, it told me to do the reading. Okay, I didn't know about who a Gabby Petito was. And in the reading, my cards was coming across like she was already passed away. Her and her boyfriend / fiance or lover. Okay. So the reading was coming off to me or giving me the messages that she was already gone. I did not know that her family did not know that she was allegedly missing at that time. That she has not been found, that they didn't know that she was murdered. Okay, but those was the cards that it was giving me. Because I did the reading 9/20 live, but the next day is when her family got the information from her boyfriend's family and reported her missing on 9/21. So I had already put the reading out the day before. And at that time on 9/21, they did not know she was already murdered and had been murdered already 3 to 4 weeks prior to the date of 9/20. That's why my reading was coming across that she was already passed over. And also I already seen as of 9/21 that her boyfriend was no longer here. But I believe at 9/21, he was still alive, but he was he had took off into the wilderness, okay, and his parents did not know how to find him. But in my reading, it came across, I kept saying that he's going to be passed away also. And in the reading, and I'm coming across this reading or talking about it right now because for whatever reason, I don't challenge why I start to talk about stuff. But in that reading, I talked about the stones, the stones being laid out as a cross by her father or by people that had found her or by the paramedics or whoever did it. But I talked about stones and that a memorial all around the world or a memorial service would be given for her. I talked about where they was going to find her by a creek. Okay, and she ended up being found at the Bridgerton Access Road Creek. I kept saying I see a lot of reptile animals and things like that. And that wasn't discovered until weeks later that they found her at a creek. Okay. So I don't know, and I did go back and edit the stuff in my description box regarding that video because the way that I was talking and somebody watches it now may think that my reading, I'm basing it on all the information that came out, months, weeks later after she was found. And doing that reading, it took a real huge toll on me mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, because I do not want to keep foreseeing things like that. It's not an easy job being or having this type of stuff that I do, or mediumship, or oracleist, or tarot reader, whatever label you want to give me. I don't even care, what the title may be. But it's a very hard burden as karma to carry, to be able to do this. A lot of times I don't like to continue doing it, but when I don't do it, I feel even worser. So if this is my karma to do and to be this, and for me and my channel, it's not about views, because I don't get a lot of views on my channel, really, from the most of my loyal subscribers and people who may be scrolling by, and because of the title that I put or something like that, they decide to watch it. But like I said yesterday, I have a lot more people in Greece that watch me, the country of Greece, than United States. And on the other side of the world. So, but I had to take, like, that had bothered me so much that I'm foreseeing or pronouncing death before somebody or a family member even know that their child is gone. And that's it's very hard to sit with something like that. Like I said, I already thought that they knew and that they found her or whatever like that. I didn't know it was going to be weeks on end before they even found the young lady. And the things that I said in the video about the narcissism, about the way he was acting, the way that they had broke off and then got back together and things like that. And the other reason I'm saying that too is I'm not sponsored by this other YouTuber, but it so happened that they are or just have released the notebook of her boyfriend, of allegedly what he wrote before he allegedly killed her. And this is why he was saying that he was writing like a suicide note or a note to explain everything. But you can look in your YouTube feed, and the person that I was watching is a person called and he's very biased. He's a very good YouTuber, Edmel. Okay. And right now they're going over this person's notebook confessions, and the stuff that he's saying in his notebook that was allegedly in his book bag and things like that. Some of the only things that he took with him when he left his parents' house after he knowingly or allegedly knowing that he had murdered Gabby Petito. They're finally releasing the notebook. Okay, that was part of the evidence. But the things that's being said in the notebook is a lot of the things that I already said on September the 20th, 2021. So, yeah. Now, the next thing on our table is Roe versus Wade, where they have changed the law. The Supreme Court has changed the constitutional law of Roe versus Wade. And this can go back to some of my titles that I did the other day. Again, the tower moments with the 2 tower cards, because that law being changed is going to affect people from our past, our present, and in our future. It is not about whether I believe in Roe versus Wade. That's not even the point. Okay, so the video of I did, so now what? The illusions. Of course, the Supreme Court was getting their ideas going, which was a video that I did also the other day, because they were legislating or debating about this constitutional law behind closed doors. So they were getting their ideas going, which was to overturn and to change this law. Okay. A lot of this is coming out. Remember, I always talk about Scorpio 8th house of change, stuff that was not stable, shocking moments, sudden shifts, things. This is what I be talking about when stuff is being done behind the scenes that we do not know of, and that will begin to unravel. Things that's done in the dark will start to come out, such as secrets, like the notebook dealing with Gabby Petito boyfriend, the secrets about they already knew that they was going to change the law with Roe versus Wade. Secrets, you also dealing with friends, family, co-workers, stuff like that. Things that you did not know will start to come out, will start to be unraveled, right? The Roe versus Wade also could be the video of releasing karmic debts. Okay. Unexpected changes, moving in a new direction, the wake up call, pay attention to the signs. Also the lunar and the solar eclipse that we had not too long ago, right? So with your cards for today that came out, we have the South Node, which is trouble, anxiety. Okay. And we also have remember, reconsider, and now is not the time. The cards that popped out when shuffling was the Two of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and King of Swords. Now, whatever reason why it popped out, it may be pertaining to about today's reading, and that can also be why I don't have a title yet. But Rahu, which is in Aries right now, Vedic sidereal, and Ketu, which is in Libra, the Supreme Court, the scales, right? The Justice card. Spirituality is K2. Justice. So right now in Atlanta, downtown Atlanta, by our U.S. Capitol, they are protesting, okay, out in the streets. And this can be the trouble and the anxiety that is going on right down here in Atlanta, Georgia, around the courthouse and the U.S. Capitol, that people are outside protesting and things like that. And remember, I always tell you, and you can mark it, I always tell you, hey, Reese, yeah, my AC is a little bit colder today, but I got somebody coming on Monday and Tuesday to look at it for me. I guess because it wasn't so hot today that the heat was not really bearing down on my air conditioner unit. So yeah, we're pretty cool inside here today, but I got somebody coming on Monday. Thank you so much, Reese, for being considerate and concerned. I appreciate that. But the trouble, the anxiety, right? Remember, I always tell you that the nodes, which is south and north, doesn't move for every 18, 20 years. And every time that they do move, something like this in some type of capacity happens, such as for karma and for a spiritual or spirituality reason. The last time that the nodes moved, about 18, 20 years ago, was around the time that 9/11 happened. Now, I'm not saying that was a karma or a spirituality reason or purpose, but I'm saying something always dramatic, something tremendous happens every time those nodes move. And the time before that is, I know, for example, when all of our troops was in Afghanistan for almost 8 to 10 years, right? And that the time before that is when the nodes had moved before. But this is a life-changing law and it can be also why this is, thank you, angels, okay? So this combination right here is the Roe versus Wade constitutional right being changed, okay? You know, the King of Swords can be a lawyer, a senator, a physician or doctor. It also still can be a manager, CEO, or a boss, entrepreneur. But a King of Swords is somebody who tries to reconsider or likes to debate about information. Also can be laws. The King of Swords listens, but the difference between the king and the queen is that the queen only wants to hear the truth and the logical truth, and is only worried about the truth when it comes to her heart. The King of Swords don't really worry about the heart scenario. He's more on the mental and the mind aspect. Okay, so this King of Swords can be the senators, the legislators, you know, the U.S. court system, Supreme Court, all of that, right? And a decision, the sword in the upright position, has been made after reconsideration, a debate, deciding a legislative decision, King of Swords. And it was based on people that chooses to have that type of procedure done feeling like a Five of Pentacles for whatever reason, mentally, spiritually, or physically, that they decide to do that type of procedure, has them feeling like a Five of Pentacles. So the King of Swords was doing a debate or making a decision, the sword in an upright position, about keeping people or society as from a Five of Pentacles, okay? Going to somewhere such as a hospital, clinic, or some other type of entity, right? To not feel like a Five of Pentacles, isolated, alone, hurt, wounded, needing care. Also, the purpose for some people that choose that procedure to be done, it can be financial. They may feel like they cannot take care of the child financially. Okay. And I'm not here judging. I'm not giving a pro or a con about it. Okay. So Five of Pentacles is people or persons that can be feeling like a Five of Pentacles, financially in a bind, and this is why they choose to do that type of procedure. And okay, thank you, angels, not knowing what to do far as the Two of Swords. Okay. Not really wanting to see the truth with the blindfold on, to however they may have gotten into that situation. But it's other ways that people go and have that type of procedure done. It can be by incest or by molestation and or rape, right? So that type of procedure is not only for people who may feel like financially they can't take care of another child, so they choose to go have that type of procedure done. Did the King of Swords, such as our legislators and judges, okay, King of Swords, take that into consideration, other than people who may financially feel like they don't want a child and go get that done? But it's other reasons why that law, especially if a child is created through rape or something like that from an attack, it's always too why that law or that particular law was put into place. But it was a long debate with the Two of Swords, Five of Pentacles, because a decision had to be reconsidered. Okay. They also took time to remember. I'm sorry about that. They also had a phone call to come in. They also took time to remember past laws, past reasons, and from the past. Now, they knew that it was going to be a lot of trouble and anxiety when this law was revealed, right? Being changed. Bottom of the deck over here is Sag. Ninth house of Sag is source, the universe, guided, spiritually being guided, also the study of religion. But the Constitution nowadays the Constitution is not really, their laws is not really set or changed based on religion. It's set or changed based on logic. King of Swords, okay, and needing to make a choice. Two of Swords, being blinded also by the truth. So ninth house of Sag is insight to understand, the wisdom, the results from the understanding. Now, for whatever reason, this Supreme Court or the justice system felt like they had higher ideals. Remember, K2 is there. Okay, which I feel, or I'm getting tuned into, that a lot of them did not want to base this law off religion or religious factors, because that is not what is supposed to be done or had when it comes to not only Constitution, but to me it more was back in the earlier days, when Constitution was first wrote or done around Abraham Lincoln time. I feel that those guys or people then was more religious, but they still made logical laws, okay? But they didn't have a problem with bringing religion in. They were still more religion based. Whether we really was a part of whatever their religious denomination was, and I think back then it was more based on Christianity, okay? And to tell the truth, most of our laws are based off Christianity rules. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying logically, King of Swords, as I think about it, and if I'm tuning into it, most of our constitutional laws are based off religious factors, and or how can we turn a religious factor into a logical law. King of Swords. Ooh, thank you, angels. Okay. So let me hurry up and get off that topic, because I don't want nobody, I'm good and up for a debate. So, see there, the rules getting it out to the world. So as of today, they have got it out. And I was wondering why Sag came out, because like I said, I didn't know what today's title was or what it's going to be about, but getting it out to the world. So as of today, the Roe versus Wade law has changed. It is now out to the world. They knew it was going to be trouble and anxiety by changing this law here, because a lot of people are going to feel very hurt, wounded, and will be affected. Five of Pentacles, where that some people now not being able to have that law in place as a choice, okay, will financially have to deal with that situation, and or financially come out the pocket even more to find a state or a country that still practice that type of procedure. You understand? So no longer in the United States that procedure can be done. So now they will have to travel, okay, blindly here and make a decision to find somebody logical, or King of Swords, somebody that will reconsider that procedure, but it won't be here. It will have to be another country or another city and state somewhere or wherever. Okay. All right. So I don't think that that's totally today's reading, but we're going to put these up. Thank y'all so much for watching for today's video. I did want to point out too that I've been working on the other website or the other channel, Yes or No Tarot. A lot of my people that are not moderators right now, but you have been a loyal subscriber to me for years, I have now made you moderators on my new channel. And Reese, you are one of them. Okay. So it won't work over here, Reese, but you will be a moderator on Yes or No Tarot for me. Okay. When my other moderators like LJ and Life Path Oracle or Naturally Nature is not live with me, you will be a moderator for my other channel. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Reese. Okay. Also, I don't know if they may see this reading later on, but Ghost Warrior, Wild Child, the same people that's moderators over here, you're also moderators over at the other channel, so don't worry about that. But I have added Wild Child, Reese, Ghost Warrior 2, and I also added 2 more other people. I can't think. Okay. And I tell you, this Rahu in my Aries and my moon sign and Saturn being retrograde is really kicking my ass. It is really having a toll on my energy and my health right now. I hardly feel like I'm going to be able to make it. Like, I don't know what's going on. I am totally drained. All right, so what we... Most of y'all should have known they was going to give me that card right back. Y'all supposed to say, Vessel, you might as well kept them cards, girl. But, you know, if it's meant, they're going to turn around. Y'all know my guy's going to turn around and give it right back to me. So, here we go. King of Swords back on the table. I don't feel those two. All right, so pertaining to your situation right now, King of Swords also could be somebody that you are waiting to get information from. Some of you, it could be from a banker, a lawyer, a judge, a mediator, a physician or doctor, an employer. Maybe you're waiting to hear back something from that. But also you as the King of Swords, something that you may need to you're open to debate, to talk, or to I know, right? Life path. I had laughed too. Something that you are open to. Now, the King of Swords can be that you need to get some physical work in, but it's coming from your mental. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Okay, so it can be something that you need to do, such as paperwork. So any type of paperwork that you may needing to do in the next couple of days, weeks, or coming up for you, you're going to really have to think about it. So it also could be some of you are studying with ninth. I didn't even shuffle those again. But some of you could be studying religion, even if it's watching videos, or you're getting more into your religious denomination, such as your mantras, your beads, your Bible, whatever it may be to you. Also, even prayers. King of Swords is that if you're needing to talk or to speak with somebody, you're going to come across as the King of Swords. Some of you also may have a job interview that's lined up or coming up for you, and you're going to have to be this King of Swords. You're going to have to use your intellect, the genius person that you are, speak with authority, talk with authority, talk like you know what you're speaking about. Okay. It's also, like I said, it can be a conversation that you need to have that is coming up. Oh my gosh, we're already at 30 minutes. Well, I took so much time talking. Yeah, you're waiting on something that you already initiated on, okay? Something that you already started, you initiated, you already began it, you already started traveling or taking action by doing something. Okay, now Three of Wands usually is waiting on a relationship, but that won't pertain to everybody. But the Three of Wands also is you waiting for, hey LJ, the Three of Wands also is not just about waiting on a relationship, but that's your mindset. If it happens, it happens. If it come across your path, you'll be the King of Swords and you're going to break it down. Okay, you're going to ask this person questions. You're going to find out the nitty gritty about them. You're going to be very logical, very straightforward, coming off as a King of Swords. And it's not about, well, I'm not an air sign. Everybody is an air sign. Every time we do anything with the job, even if you're just cashiering, you're still a King of Swords. Okay, because you're using your brain. You're communicating, you're doing customer service, you're speaking, right? You're getting paperwork together. That's exactly how you feel right now. Yeah, I'm totally in the King of Swords with Saturn retrograde and Aquarius right now. Because like I said, I'm already preparing to go back into the work field. So I'm waiting on some people to answer me back about a job. Okay, and possibly be setting up a job interview very soon. But I needed to get some things together at home first before I give them a yes. So that also would be the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords also could be your employer or your boss, or you as an entrepreneur. You're your own CEO. So you're waiting on the next step coming from you mentally. Hey, Booyah. Yeah, we're really going to be very busy in the next couple of months, but I've been hearing things about a recession. Okay, so that Two of Swords, that Five of Pentacles we had, and then the King of Swords can also talk about maybe some type of recession that's coming on. So if you're thinking about going back to work, I am advising right now to go get you something and start getting that income coming in so that you can start to save that money. Five of Pentacles. Okay, even if it's something that you don't want, go get something and start bringing in some type of checks where that you can put them in your savings. Okay. All right. Three of Wands also is that you already taken action on doing something, whether it's a going back to work, a hobby, an endeavor, something that you like to do. You started talking back maybe to somebody you used to date or a lover, or you did put more energetic action into something, whatever that is. That's, your part that already, right? Two of Wands is that you made a decision to now, or did make a decision to finally put a lot more action into it. You've already made some type of decision. And off of the 1 and the 2 of Wands, now you're at the 3, where that the decision you have made by taking the courage as the Ace of Wands, okay, having the willpower to make a decision and take action as the 2 of Wands, now you're at the 3. So you're waiting on the outcome, okay, or the results from you making a decision. And that leads you into the King of Swords, where you need more information before you continue on, or be able to continue on to make it into a 4 of Wands, which is stability. Can also be something that you did regarding your home, whether it's going after more income, starting a home-based business, whatever the case may be for you. Okay. But King of Swords, you're waiting on more information. Now, if this is about a relationship, even though you may be single, you're open to it, whether you feel like you are or not. Okay. Queen of Swords. See there? That's why she's in reverse. The Queen, and I did earlier talk about the Queen of Swords, right? So the Queen of Swords is also Saturn that's in Aquarius right now. And Saturn that will be going retrograde back to Capricorn by July the 12th. The Queen of Swords, and anytime you see that sword in a down position, that is the needing to reconsider. Because you feel that now is not the time to talk, to debate. You don't want to hear nothing nobody got to say, whether they're a current boyfriend, girlfriend, a ex, a job, whoever. Okay. The Queen of Swords in the downward position is, I don't want to talk. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to see your way. I'm not trying to explain my way. I'm not trying to deal with you. All that, right? So that can be why the King of Swords came out first, because something that you feel that now is not the time, and you don't want to elaborate, you don't want to talk on it, you don't want to debate, you don't want to go over it. Could be, maybe you had a fight or argument with somebody and now you don't want to talk to them. Depending on what they say is why the King of Swords came out first. You still may reconsider, or it's asking you to reconsider 3 of Wands. Okay. So for example, also, if you quit one job, Queen of Swords, and you're waiting on or applying for new positions with new companies, you're being the King of Swords with that you're open for new opportunities with a new company. And now you're doing the air work, the lead work as the King of Swords. Putting your application out there, doing your resume, reconstructing your resume, waiting to talk to a boss or an employer. You get me? Okay. Same thing with or about a relationship or a family member, whoever. So it's kind of asking you, even though you may feel that now is not the time because of the way that South Node is placed in your chart, and it's going to be different for everybody where South Node is in what house. Okay, that is why you're acting like the Queen of Swords. But in reality, you need to be open for this opportunity, because whatever this opportunity as the 3 of Wands is going to lead you a door or a gateway open to more different opportunities and towards stability. So you need to be open to it. Okay. But some of you, the Queen of Swords in reverse is that you have trouble. Can be with communication with this person, with those people, with the boss at that job, the situational argument that you may have had with somebody. Okay, see there, an apology. Some of you are waiting on an apology and or a better offer than what you have gotten or what you want. So until you get that apology or a better offer, as the Page of Pentacles, you're the Queen of Swords. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to sell. I'm not going to talk about it. You know, whatever. And so you're going to wait, Three of Wands, until what you want is available. But the King of Swords coming out first is saying you need to reconsider. Okay? You need to reconsider. So it also could be a job that you don't want because they pay $5 lesser than what you were making. You need to reconsider. Because what you don't see, probably as that Five of Pentacles, what's at the bottom? Four of Pentacles. You see there? And the Lover is right up under there. So what you don't see is that, yes, you are being very frugal right now. You're trying to hold on to whatever job, money, time that you have, okay, to yourself. You're being stubborn. You see the brick wall back there. You're being stubborn about not reconsidering whether it's an apology or an offer, okay, that you may be going through right now or is coming up for you. So don't cut everything off so quickly because it may affect your support or your stability in the near future. You need to be the King of Swords. Be open to talk. Be open to debate. Okay. Reconsideration. I'm not saying that it necessarily have to be a yes. Be open to it. Don't be the Four of Pentacles right now. But I'm not saying don't be the Four of Pentacles about still saving and holding on to your money. But I'm saying that you're not open for debate at all. Four of Pentacles. Okay. Now, Page of Pentacles also is a lot of you are relearning how to manage your finances, how to recalculate or re-strategize your ideas. Page of Pentacles also is an apology, whether you owe somebody or they owe you one. Okay, and this person may be scared to come to you because you're upset, you're irate, you're mean, you're angry, you're bitter right now with a Queen of Swords in reverse. You ain't nobody to be F with. So I don't know what's going on, or you may be into this energy the next 3 days, 3 weeks. So just remember this reading. Yep, see there, Temperance. Trying to calm you down, trying to temper the situation, trying to bring in balance as an even give and take. This is why the Page of Pentacles here. You're relearning or learning how to be more flexible. Remember, the pages are inexperienced. So whatever that you had to relearn and to restart and to redo, this is why the King of Swords is here. It's saying don't fall back or go back to your older ways about something. And this is why you're relearning now. Also could be about money, can be relearning how to save money, how to invest it, how to put it here, how to put it there, how to also balance your bills even better, about how you also spend money. So a lot of you are more as a Four of Pentacles because some of you could have already spent out a lot of money and now you're trying to hold on to what you have right now. And Temperance is here also again, Sag, right? Temperance is wanting you to calm down or to get you to a place where that you can start to relearn. Now with the Lovers up under there, you do have a choice if this is about a relationship. But going forward in new relationships, also Three of Wands, take the wisdom from your past situations, okay, and use them at a higher ideal, more as Temperance than as a upset Queen of Swords. It's like Temperance is here wanting you to have insight. Okay, let me clarify this real quick. Knight of Cups in reverse. Now, this could be somebody and or you that is was acting one way and then they changed their mind, or, you know, because the Knight of Cups is somebody who is charming, somebody who is open to dating, somebody who gives very, how you doing, good morning, good night, have a good day. Somebody who's very open and fluent with their emotions and feelings. But I feel that a lot of you are not right now. So you're isolating yourself, you're holding back. Nobody can really communicate or talk with you right now. And again, if you're not feeling like this, it can be for some of you by the new moon. That will be a Gemini new moon, Vedic sidereal. Okay, the first part of July. Wow. What was this? It goes on the King of Swords. Yep, grounded. So you're very much in your head right now as the King of Swords. You're thinking about everything and everybody. Every type of situation, from money to your family, to your home, to past relationships, to future relationships. You're just all up in your head. Surprised we didn't have the 8 or 9 of Swords. Okay. Some of you may be pregnant, or you're worried about your fertility for the long run, because I do have the Page of Pentacles here with Temperance. And some of you may be upset that you don't have a love life right now and that you're wanting fertility or you're wanting pregnancy. Okay. But you're so much as the King of Swords that and then the Queen of Swords, that the people or the person don't work out right, that you're trying to date or want to establish a love relationship with, and they turn out to probably come off like a knight or a page, and then that puts you into a bitterness, okay, from the inside, and you're very direct or very descriptive about the people who you meet now. But some of you are worried about your fertility. Okay, and I talked at the beginning about health and vitality, establishing more roots and personal growth, past life, and evolving. So as the King of Swords, you're really thinking about evolving even more. Can also being that Temperance is saying to stop being a Queen of Swords in the reverse. Some of you are so quick to lose your temper, to lose or to be upset. And when that does happen, you cut it off. You don't want to speak to them. You don't want to talk, you know, holding grudges, also the Queen of Swords in reverse. And so this knight who was or is coming towards you to take action towards you, Temperance is saying to be cool, be chill, okay? Let the emotions of both of you balance so you can get some type of temperate feelings and emotions, you know, established. They may say something that you don't like and you may cut it off or cut the conversation short, but it's asking you to be a King of Swords, not a Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. Some of you are waiting on a doctor recommendation or results here, and you're very stressed or upset with Temperance here about what the results are going to be. Child came in reverse. Okay. So some of you, I don't know what's going on, and I pick up on different people's energy, right? But with this Queen of Swords in reverse, some of you are not very innocent when it came to that argument or that fight. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, or a discussion or a debate, it may be coming up for you. But, you know, with the Queen of Swords in reverse and with the Temperance card here, this is something like it's not brand new with you. So it also could be somebody coming to you as a knight, trying to be charming and hit you with all the good morning, how are you doing, good night, have a good day, all that talk, right? And you like, okay, all of that is not brand new. But some of you are going to participate in some type of situation with this other person. And by you participating in it, you're going to really show your experience as a queen and a king. But some of you may not, because spontaneous in reverse. So landing on the Three of Wands is also telling you to be spontaneous, to go out. Three of Wands. If you're waiting on a relationship to develop, you have to get out and participate. You can't be the Queen of Swords and the Four of Pentacles and stay at home, don't want to do anything, don't want to talk to anybody, don't want a Knight of Cups, maybe telling you how beautiful you are, how handsome you are, I like your car and all that stuff there, right? You're going to have to participate, especially for some of you who are wanting fertility or the making of a child. Now, we already were talking about the Roe versus Wade, right? The child card coming out on reverse on top of the Three of Wands. We as a society, we're still waiting on the verdict, right, of what the Supreme Legislator was making a decision. So now it's here. Excuse me. Wow. Y'all look at that, right? You see the card say fertility and the Roe versus Wade. They grounded it. Okay. It changed the lineage. The Roe versus Wade was all about the health and the vitality, right? About the roots where it originally came from. And they passed the law thinking that it was going to give or hope to give personal growth and to evolve the society. King of Swords, the court system, the judges, the lawyers, the legislators, right? Because now with that law being changed, it uprooted one law, it grounded the law, and it changed it. Queen of Swords. It also could be why this Queen of Swords is coming out today in reverse. A lot of people are upset, irate, anger, and have bitterness about the page, a child, or a child in the making, however you want to say it, right? And with this child in reverse, this was not an innocent decision. And I already said earlier in the beginning of the video, spontaneous in reverse, that they had been sitting, Three of Wands, on this decision I'm hearing before they announced it out to the public. Why? Because they knew they was going to have anxiety and trouble, with the South Node here. And imagine how this law has been changed, Roe versus Wade, right after the nodes moved. That's why I tell you, every time them nodes move, it's some type of huge thing that happens for all of us karmically and spiritually, okay, that everybody has to pay attention to. Something involving our past life, evolving or going backwards. This goes on the Queen of Swords, which is the Death card. I told you something, some of y'all are going to end something before it can even get started. Yeah. So the 8th house of Scorpio, right? A sudden shift, a shocking moment, stuff that was not stable, all or nothing, secrets, gossip. Also, mental health is 8th house of Scorpio. So some of you, Queen of Swords. Also, if you know somebody that are having different diseases such as schizophrenia, bipolarism, and things like that, make sure you check on them, because it's a lot of that coming out with the 8th house of Scorpio on top of a upside down Queen of Swords. That is somebody who is going to have a mental breakdown. Okay. So check on your family members or friends, also people that you work with. So passionate, perceptive, focused, determined, fixed, resourceful, possessiveness, psychological, like I said, deep prowling, probing, and sexual. So some of you, like I said, are wanting a love relationship, fertility here, because you're ready for children. Or for some of you, you may find out that you're pregnant with Temperance here, and you're going to can be upset at first, but Temperance is saying, Three of Wands, this is going to help to evolve you into a different person, and to see that logically as a King of Swords instead of a reversed Queen of Swords. It may not be the best timing for you that you're finding out, for some of you, that you're pregnant. But it's asking you to be very passionate about this, okay? Some of you are wanting or waiting on a person to return your phone call or message for a sexual intimate act, and they may not return your call. So you may have anxiety or feeling like you may not want to reconsider to date or to talk to this person again. But I feel with the Three of Wands, with this card right here, is saying that this person does this. Okay, this is not something brand new that they do, and it's nothing creative, but this is how they tend to try and bring you in as being possessive. Okay, so you may want to pay attention to that. The Judgment card. Wow, this is a lot of karma on this table. All right, so somebody's not feeling pressured or feel like they got all the time in the world, right, to accept an apology or to do what you want to do. It's also telling you here, like, this is not really about going through a transformation. And what you have built as a king or a queen, it may have faltered or ended or crumbled, all right? But it's all about you now, after you have learned the experience in it, whether it's a relationship, a divorce, a separation, somebody moving out, an argument, a fight, learning that you're pregnant, whatever it is, losing a job and you're wanting to go to another one. It's not about the transformation of it. It's about you learning to be more determined, more focused. Some of you may have just lost focus, okay? And a lot of stuff start crumbling. It's about you building up and recreating something as a new experience. So it could be internal or external, far as something physical. And some of you may feel like, okay, I don't want to rework this. I don't want to redo it. I don't want to rebuild it. I'm not trying to surrender. And if it ended, if it was destruction, I don't really want to recreate it. The Death card on top of an upside down Queen of Swords, it's over for you. It's no reconsideration in it for you. You are waiting on the next step in your lifetime. You're ready to move forward. You're ready for new things, right? You're ready to have this new sense of vitality, and you're wanting and gaining even more personal growth. You're ready to evolve. So some of you don't want to accept an apology, but Temperance is always here to bring something to the table, such as a balancing act. So something still needs to be cleared and purged for as an apology or an acceptance of an apology, okay, and or one given on your behalf. The clock in reverse. So you see it says here, not now is not the time to, this is why the clock came in reverse. You see why? Not the perfect timing. For some of you, longevity in reverse, you feel like it was short-lived, okay? But the past in reverse is the here and now. And this is why Temperance is here. Because it's not about the time that has passed. It's about the time that you need to make time, okay, Temperance, to get to the root of the matter. Now, I just put the message out here. You know what it pertains to you. And we have the Wolverine in reverse, which is, see there, fierce. That's why I kept saying about anytime Temperance come out, it's about balancing one's feelings and emotions. Okay. The way that you are tied or linked to something spiritually, you're upset. with something or somebody on how it is in your life right now. Okay, so this is not about power struggles anymore, or you having or continuing to have power struggles within. Okay, this word possessive is on the table twice. So something that you are not very determined and very assertive about possessing. And for some of you, is a relationship and or the same way that you do not want to continue something because you're wanting to evolve. Something or somebody that's coming towards your path, you need to be, or I'm asking you to be, not to involve yourself as a power struggle, but to see it and to be in it or deal with it at the time and at the moment of time as temperance. Okay, so in other words, somebody's going to be hot and cold. I mean, one person's going to be hot, one person's going to be cold. Temperance is trying to blend the two to get lukewarm water. You understand? And it's time that you make time to either be balancing this inside of you or your current situation right now, whatever that may be. Let me get your last cards. I know this reading may have seemed like it was a little bit of everywhere, but when it resonates with you, it's going to resonate with you, right? Yeah, a life-changing epiphany or experience. You see there? And make time for self-care. That's why I kept going over about the clock, about making time, temperance. With the upset Queen of Swords, some of you, this is really about your mental capacity, your mindset. Maybe you're learning through a doctor or through some type of evaluation that maybe you have bipolar or schizophrenia or some type of other mental disease. Okay. And this will be a life-changing epiphany, or you may be learning that a family member and or a child has it. Because I have 2 pages here on the table. So it's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. Lapa Lazuzi will be a great, and you see the sword again in the down position. The Queen of Swords is in a down position. But starting out, the King of Swords is in the upright, telling you to reconsider, rethink, deliberate or debate, deliver your information, talk about it with clarity. So this also could be a revelation that somebody needs mental care, okay, or to talk to a licensed psychologist or psychiatrist. If not you, maybe for a family member and for one of your children, okay? And that's to make time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. And we have kyanite as another stone and crystal. And if you notice that both of these stones and crystals are very similar in color for the energy that needing to come off. The Death card and the Judgment cards are one of the most powerful cards in the deck because they do talk about transformation. Okay. And some of you, you may feel like your transformation is not really working. It is working, but it also have to connect with the 3D here on earth of what you go through mentally, not just temperance spiritually. Okay. And it could be a repeat pattern that you are noticing. And it also, oh, thank you, angels. Okay. With the tree here could be part of your lineage or part of your roots or ancestry. Okay. Like your great grandmama, or grandma, uncles, aunts. But this is tied to your roots, your health, your vitality. Some of you are overthinking or thinking so much that temperance is here trying to calm your mind down. And you have to make this time for self-care. This also could be a repeat for some of you that you went through this similarly before and you didn't really do anything about it. And you just been biding time, waiting it out. Okay. King of Swords also with the lapis lazuli can be, you need an evaluation, okay, with your physician. spiritual and religious community. Join with like-minded people or friendships and increase spiritual growth. And now we have angel light. Bottom of the deck is busy times and multitasking. See, that's what I'm talking about here. Some of you got so much going through your mind because you're not busy enough. Okay? For some of you, it's the totally opposite. So take charge of your schedule during this busy time and honestly assess your underlying reasons for being busy. Some of you are avoiding people or a certain person or relationship, trying to act like you're busy, but you're not. You could just be at home because you're going through or feeling transformation. Okay. Some of you may not actually feel good with health, and you're trying to understand or find ways to get your vitality back, to lower. Also, I'm hearing blood pressure. So with temperance over there and the health card here, and I'm not giving you medical advice, but you need to be more passionate and very determined. Okay. And also the word psychological again. Psychologically, why are you trying to make people see that you're very busy when you're not? Something that you are avoiding, a person that you are avoiding, lacking self-care or time for yourself, you are avoiding. The mental things that you're going through, the overthinking, obsessive thinking, possessive thinkiness, it's telling you that you need to, or advising you to talk. Okay. Support groups for some of you. Join with like-minded people for friendships and increase spiritual support. So it could be your local church, your pastor, your bishop. Okay. It also could be support groups or talk groups, which also your psychologist or psychiatrist can help set up for you. Somebody that you can talk to. Okay. It also could be some of you are going through hospice, or somebody in your family is going through hospice. So the temperance here, the things that's going on with you spiritually and emotionally is getting too much for you. Okay. So it's asking you to make time for self-care, because this is a life-changing experience that you're going through right now, and an epiphany. So anytime you see epiphany, that means it's going to come to you as a thought, right? It's going to come to you as a thought process. Let me get you something that you need to surrender. This also could still be some of you going through problems with losing a family member or a loved one. Okay. And you're still processing it. Temperance with the family card here. Yeah, some of you also are waiting on how do you call that? A deliberation of the assets here. And you may be upset about the percentage or what you receive as being a child to the person who passed. Okay, or your child, and that was your children's grandparents or something like that. Okay, or niece or nephew. See there, surrender to the fear of change. The universe, and we just went through change with the verdict of Roe and Wade, right? The universe is reminding you that you care for always, whether you're afraid of changing your job, your health, a relationship, or fear of aging or death. Repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. And again here, the death card is already on the table, but you see the health here. Okay, vitality, personal growth, your health, your job or relationship. Okay, so a lot of us are the roots of our tree, family tree, right? Especially if you are a single parent and now you are starting your family tree from you, your children, and now listing your parents and everything like that. Some of you may also be thinking about that. And surrender to your intuition. Tune in to your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. That's why temperance is here, especially when it comes to speaking with like-minded people to increase spiritual growth and friendship. Okay. Surrender to the wonder and awe, open to the magic of every moment, and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. Hold on. And sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude would keep you connected to the ecstasy of the flow. So not necessarily to the ecstasy of a flow because you're breaking up or separated or ended or just cut off somebody, some people, a job, or whatever. Okay, but stay open, the King of Swords and the upright and temperance, to the magic of every moment of your life. Not necessarily Three of Wands about the future, but have and keep the wonder and awe of what life is for you right now. It's spiritually beautiful. You're healthy, you're alive, you got money or you got some money, you got housing. Okay. Stay in the wonder and awe of what you have right now, not especially what's coming for you in the future, because we cannot determine what our future is because it's not here yet. So enjoy the things, okay, your personal growth of how you're evolving right now, instead of the stress about how you will evolve in the future, because a lot of you is affecting your health right now. Allegedly. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and stop it there. What I did want to tell y'all, hold on, let me show y'all real quick. Speaking of the Roots card, hold on. Speaking of the you said there about the roots and grounded and lineage and fertility and health and all that stuff, right? Look what came in the mail for me and my daughter. I ordered the My Heritage DNA kit, and we haven't done it yet. I just got it in the mail today. So this is the kit of how it comes, and I think you put your saliva, whatever, in here after you go online. And I'm not sponsored by My Heritage DNA. I'm just showing you my kit. And I want to, I got one for me and I got one for my daughter. So I'm going to activate it online, and then me and her are going to do it. But it's just amazing how this card came out talking about lineage, okay, and the roots and past life. And my kit came today. So it takes 4 to 6 weeks for it to come back in the mail. And of course, you know, when I get it back in the mail, I'm going to show y'all all the different origin and roots of my bloodline consisted of me, right? So some of you may be thinking about that or need to do that also. Because it also could change and have you to more understand, King of Swords, about your roots, about your DNA, about the way you eat, why you eat what you eat, why you like what you like, right? It all stems from past life and the roots. So I caught this when they was having the Father's Day sale, and I think this kit was $59, because it's not about a father, it's about, they was just having a sale for Father's Day, that you can give this as a gift to your father, so they could know, you know, and you too, by being the son or a daughter to your father, right, where your roots originated from, what is pertaining to your past life. Okay, how are you evolving if you find out that you are Nigerian, if you're finding out that you are got British or Scotland in your origin, right? So all of that stuff you need to know. So, all right, we'll speak again tomorrow. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.